Hi, in this video I'll show you a cool math problem. We will also see how we get something called golden ratio, something that pops up a lot in math. So, let's begin. We want to solve the equation 9 to the power of x minus 6 to the x is equal to 4 to the x. We start by dividing the entire equation by 4 to the x. Then we write first term on the left-hand side as 3 squared over 2 squared to the power of x. In the second term we write 6 and 4 as 2 times 3 and 2 times 2 respectively, and on the right-hand side we simply divide 4 by 4 and get 1. We can now change the order of exponents in the first term on the left-hand side using rules for exponents b to the n to the m is equal to b to the m to the n, and write it as 3 to the x over 2 to the x. In the second term, we simply cancel out 2's. On the right-hand side we can replace 1 to the power of x with just 1, because 1 to the any power is always 1. If we look at our equation we can see that on the left-hand side we have one term that is the same, and that's 3 to the x over 2 to the x. We will now substitute that term with y. After moving everything to the left-hand side, we get a quadratic equation. I'll now write down a general solution to the quadratic equation, and then we will use it to find y. In our case, a is equal to 1. B to minus 1, and C also to minus 1. Plugging in those values, we get two solutions to our equation, 1 plus or minus square root of 5 over 2. Let's write down those solutions and discuss them. We see that both solutions are different by plus or minus square root of 5. And that is very important, because only one solution of the two is valid. We will now see which one. We know that y is equal to 3 over 2 to the power of x. That means that y is always greater than or equal to 0. If we look at our first solution, we see that y is equal to 1 plus square root of 5 over 2, and this value is always positive. On the other hand, second solution is 1 minus square root of 5 over 2 which is negative, but we said that y needs to be positive or 0. That tells us that of the two solutions, only the first one is valid. We are left with 3 over 2, to the power of x is equal to 1 plus square root of 5 over 2. Now we need to find x. If we remember what is the definition of logarithms, we can easily find x. We can write b to the power of x is equal to y, as logarithm of y with base b, is equal to x. In our case, b is 3/2, and y is 1 plus square root of 5 over 2. And that's it. We found what we were looking for. Using simple exponential and algebraic rules we found x. Now I'll tell you what is so interesting about this solution. If you look closely at our solution, you'll notice that the value 1 plus square root of 5 over 2 is something that shows up in math frequently. We call that value the golden ratio. It is interesting to see how certain expressions keep repeating themselves and show up when you least expect them. That's it for today. I hope this was fun and clear enough, and thank you for watching.